again, this is Trace Majestus, and we're still making our way back, and we'll be for quite some time. But at any rate, let's try and get a move on here. Well, hello there.
Hello.
Right. Hey, you're actually in range.
Well, I didn't go nowhere.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes when I shut down at night, it moves me around the system a little bit. I was like, why is the star way over there?
Yeah. Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, and we're 136 jumps away from Enigma.
So again, that's 4 to 5 nights. Unless, of course, we get all... Well, so much for getting all gas stations.
Fuel scooping complete.
Even so, I don't think we'd get more than 60 jumps in a night, even if it was all gas stations.
Right. But if we get 1,900 or 1,000 a night, we'll about 4 nights.
Yeah.
Or 6 nights when 500.
Yeah. System map. We own the system. Yep. Nothing good here. Okay, on to the next. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
Still gotta finish my dinner.
Uh-oh.
Stuffed peppers and watermelon tonight. Finish the stuffed peppers.
Now it's watermelon.
Yeah, it's the watermelon,
Wow.
Yep.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, where the heck is everything?
On the other side of the star, I got it.
Oh, I don't see anything on the other side of the star, so I got no idea where anything is.
Oh, on my side, I guess I should say.
Oh, it's over there. It's way the heck out there. Okay. something went boop boop boop. Oh. My head tracker. My head tracker shut itself off. Now why did it do that?
Well,
oh.
that was nice of it.
No. That wasn't nice at all. Let's reboot that. Then go find the head tracker app. Unable to find the game window. Okay, fine, I'll turn it off. Ah, but at least now it's centered. That's good. System map. Alright, we own the system. Nothing good. Time to move on. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for jump.
Well, we're definitely not going more than 30 tonight. Might not even make 30 at the rate we're going here. System map. We own the system. Well, for those of us who just joined, welcome aboard. Glad to see you.
Who?
I don't know. We got 3 people join in the past few minutes, so
Oh, okay.
welcome aboard, folks. Glad to have you. At any rate, there's nothing good in this system. Time to move on. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing to full
Stutter in
space.
the game right now.
Can you imagine how long it'd take us to get back if we scanned and probed every planet?
4, 3,
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, God. I can't even think that way. I can't. No. No, 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 no.
You know you wanna.
No, 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 no. Oh, we got a water world. Talk about scanning, probing planets.
You know you want to go economy and scan every little dirt ball we find.
Oh, I got a Kodak for that baby. Water world.
Nice.
Maybe back in my naive times on Elite. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't be naive for very long, as you discovered, you know, after a month of traveling, you haven't gone 1,000 light years yet.
Yep. Did that when I was doing economy. God, I ain't going nowhere.
You know, figure you'll be spending an average of a half an hour in a system, and no more than 2 light years jump.
System scan complete.
Yep.
To go 55,000 light years.
Yep.
System map.
Okay.
That will take a long. Well, then again, I mean, if you're not waiting for me, you might have a chance at doing that in a reasonable amount of time. Ooh, there's
It's gonna be a long time.
a terraformable out at C1.
And the water world.
There is the water world. Water world C4. Okay, C1 and 4.
I guess I'll go to C1.
Okie dokie. I'll do the flyby on C1 and map C4.
21,000 light years away from home. I know right now I'm itching to get back, but when I get back, then I'll be itching to get back out here. It never satisfied.
I'd say that's what she said, but you're already she, and you said it. So that don't even end up funny.
I know it.
Ugh. All my good jokes, they won't work. Not that I really have any good jokes.
Yeah, I just can't wait to get back and then take Ella out there to the Guardian structure.
Yeah, we'll have to do the Guardians.
Let him experience the Sentinels.
Maybe I'll take the Anaconda out there.
Bring the fighter.
Yeah, well, I'll have to refit it. Or actually, maybe I'll take this ship and refit it.
Yeah, you can have a fighter, can't it?
Oh, yeah. I can have lots of things. There's lots of different ways to set up this ship.
Well, I'll probably take my DBX because it's small enough to land near it.
Yep. So I'll re-up.
It has good point defense. So I'll land and put my point defense on for him, and then get out and show him where all the junk is.
Yep. Well, I'll put the ship up on the. I'll put this ship, hanging out up above the thing with the point defense on the bottom.
Right.
You ain't launching nothing, baby.
Only thing we're gonna get is fireworks in the sky.
Yep. And I can put like 3 different point defenses on it, so I could just overwhelm anything that comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sentinel. Did you launch something? It didn't even leave your launch tubes before I shot it down.
And then you can come down there with your fighter and just annihilate them.
Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. I haven't played in a fighter yet.
They give you good enough practice.
Should go to one of the big Guardian sites that has not just the Sentinels, but the Scavengers.
I don't think they have them together, do they? I've never run across one.
Usually they do. Usually, I don't know.
The Scavengers are for Thargoid thing you bought.
Oh, that's true. There's Thargoid and not. You're right. They're never in the same place. But I'd love to take fighters up against the Scavengers. That would be hilarious.
It does work. We were at a Thargoid thing, and Joe had his Anaconda and had a fighter in it. And I just accidentally bumped into one of the dadgum things, and then, oh my God.
Well, if you watched my videos at that site, I didn't accidentally bump into them. I picked fights with hordes of them and killed them all.
Well, Joe was like, don't shoot at them and don't bump into them. You know, just go around and collect your little things and leave them alone. Because he said, if you hit one or bump into one of them,
they're all coming.
All of them's gonna, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't. It's just they'll overwhelm you. And sure enough, and I was trying to run, and like I said, it was like my first experience riding or driving an SRV.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
But no, I kind of knew what I was doing, and I picked a fight with a horde of them, and they started coming at me, and they were just dying. You know, I picked, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them, and the last one finally got close enough to start to try and attack, but, well, he never got it off.
Well, I know that the fighters do work because, you know, his Anaconda, he couldn't get close enough without running into something, so he jumped in his fighter and dropped out there and come down there, was, you know, hanging right above me.
Oh, okay.
He was just shooting the fire out of him.
I wonder if I could do it in like a chieftain or something like that.
All I know is he said he couldn't lock target from the main ship.
He couldn't target lock them. Okay.
Yeah, and so, you know, you had to have like beam lasers where you could shoot it and drag it where you needed to get a hold of them.
Right. System map. Alright, scan that. I'm heading for the water world.
Be right behind you.
Oh, you've already probed that guy?
Surface scan complete.
Oh, so you have. At least I finished the watermelon. Now I have my medicinal tea to finish. My lovely immune system boosting medicinal tea.
But yeah, you'll have to play with your fighter. I never was interested in the fighter, but you'll have to play with your fighters. I've got a Guardian fighter, but I just never was interested in playing with it.
Well, I've unlocked all the fighters. I don't know what ones I want. I'll probably have to do a little bit of quick research to see, because I tend to like fast and maneuverable over firepower.
Yeah. Can't blame you on that.
Nope. Well, that's kind of why I'm in this ship.
I think the only thing I have to do, I got one in my inventory. I think I had to go get some Epsilon obelisk data to get the other two.
Yep, you have to unlock them. Yeah, unlock them that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've unlocked all of them.
Everything I need except the Epsilon obelisk data.
Well, then we can pick that up while we're getting Yellow everything he needs.
Yeah, well, I already got a fighter. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. When we get into what do you call it, a dull patch or whatever, I may do that again, but
Yeah, it doesn't take all that long. There was one site that Down to Earth Astronomy came up with that had quite a bit of epsilon. It was like 3 per run.
Yeah.
3 hits per run, basically 9 per run, so it takes you very little time to get it. Okay, that's that planet. The probes just have to hit.
Yeah, I'd rather finish out some of the engineers.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Alrighty, shall we mosey?
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for warp.
Gotta get out my dessert cookie. Gotta get my cookie. I'm having a cookie instead of ice cream.
4, 3, 2.
Really shouldn't have
I had ice cream today.
it. If I don't have some kind of sugary dessert once a day, I get awful cravings. Blasted sugar's an addictive substance. It's annoying.
Yeah. I had baby back ribs and then I topped it off with ice cream.
Baby back ribs.
The back ribs.
Complete.
Oop, what did I knock over? Okay, nothing special.
Cool deeps.
System scan complete.
System map. Alrighty, we own the system.
Ooh.
Terraformable at number 2.
And B1, B2.
Oh, and they're not that far. So
I'll take
I
number
will.
2.
Yeah, I'll do the flyby on 2 and then head out to the second star.
Yep, and then I'll meet you out there.
Okie dokie. Sounds like a plan.
Uh-huh. Then it'll be fun to take him into navigational beacon to see to out at each site.
Oh crap.
What?
Luke.
You're gonna fly right by.
Up.
Yeah.
Shame.
Dang. That was a cool loop of shame there. I got the front row seat to it too.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut in close to the planet to kill some speed going by, but I gotta be careful I don't come in too close because I'm coming at this, coming at the planet better than the speed of light. So.
Yeah, it could whiplash you right into it.
Yep. I've still got here in a reasonable amount of time by doing it that way.
Yeah.
Kind of pretty.
Yeah, kind of a swirly blue.
Yep. Alright, time to head for B1.
Make sure that's all I got to get up here. Yeah.
Surface scan complete.
I'll meet you at B2.
Okie dokie.
See where they're coming up with a lot of community goals all of a sudden for some reason.
Yeah, they said they were going to bring it back. People were complaining that there weren't any, so they decided, well, we better get on the ball and start making some. Of course, people before were complaining that they were cookie cutter every week. Which, I mean, there's so many things you can do as a community goal, so, you know, it's going to be cookie cutter after a bit. Deliver to Station X. Kill people delivering to Station X. Kill the people who are killing the people delivering to Station X. Okay, that's pretty much it. The rest is just the wrapper they put it in. It's basically the same goals over and over and over and over again. I mean, that's pretty much what you can do. You know, you got people doing cargo runs, people doing pirating, and people doing bounty hunting. Yep.
Okay, now when we go into like the nav beacon, we just get, what do we get? We just, not combat bonds, it's,
bounty.
Yeah, we get bounties. We have to go someplace else to get combat bonds, right?
Yeah, getting combat bonds is the
High res?
no, the Hazres is still bounties. You need to go to I forget, it's combat zone, fighting zone, whatever they call it. But basically you need to
choose sides?
Where you have to choose sides.
Okay.
And if you're going to do that, we might as well go in that as a group. I may take the Mamba for that.
Well, luckily when I get done with Colonial, I'll have my my lasers engineered.
I could take this into there. I mean, this thing's a tank. This thing's a pretty good tank when I have it configured that way.
Yeah. And I think if we all hit the target before it blows up, we all get the same amount of combat bonds, right?
I don't know. I've never done combat in a wing.
Okay.
So it will be a learning experience. But yeah, if I go in this beast, well, I'll have to upgrade the hull.
Well, you get combat rank for it though too, so that'll help you to get that last engineer.
Yeah.
I just try to make I don't know. I try to make it to where everybody's going to get something out of it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to decide to do it in this, to do it in the Beast, or to make myself.
Corvette.
Yeah, the Corvette. I named the Corvette the Beast.
Oh, okay.
I haven't finished engineering the Corvette yet, though.
Me neither. I just bought it and put it in mothballs.
Well, I was in the middle of getting it ready when the beta hit for this, and so I just, basically, or actually a little before the beta hit for this, when I started the mining runs to afford the carrier.
Right. I wonder if we go into a certain area, if we couldn't also earn our the rest of our Empire rank.
Yeah, you just go to an Empire system, go into that's in either war or civil war, and choose the Imperial side. Just make sure when you're in a system like that one's the Empire and one is something else.
Okay.
Because if they're both Empire, you are guaranteed to lose Imperial, because there's more of a penalty than a positive.
Fight yourself.
Yeah, so you're fighting one Imperial faction, which gives you a big negative, and you're fighting for another one, which gives you a small positive.
Okay.
So,
I'll just remember to.
yeah, the negative outweighs the positive, so basically you go into one of those, you want to make sure one's the Imperial,
One's an Alliance or Fed.
and one's anything else. Doesn't matter what. And at this point, I've maxed my Fed.
Right.
So, I mean, there's no benefit for me trying to keep on good relations with a Fed, because they're never going to take my Admiral rank away from me, so.
Right. I still like 2 to get it.
Yeah, I just don't want to, get them too mad at me, because then it'll be very hard, because then they'll auto-aggro on me. I don't need that.
Well, I guess we could make sure we get Alliance. Or somebody else, pirates or something.
Yeah, or, either the Alliance or an unaligned one. Or if it is a Fed,
I don't want to make the Feds mad at me.
Yeah.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan.
It'll be an interesting concept. Well, it depends on when we get back, We may have space lakes by then.
We may. Now, what's the second one out here? Is A4 is the water world, right? No, that's a rocky ice world.
B2.
B2.
Should be B2.
Should be B2. High metal content world is B2.
Oh. Where the hell is it? Don't tell me.
Oh, wait a minute. Ah, system map. Alright. Okay. Oh, B2's the second. We already got the thing.
No? Huh?
Huh. Alright.
No.
High metal, high metal, high metal, high metal. Is there no water world?
Maybe there wasn't. Maybe it was all.
Maybe it was all.
High
Let me
metal.
check the other thing. Yeah, there's no water world. There's just high metal contents. And the second terraformable out here is B2. So, yep, B2's the next one.
I'm pulling up to it now.
Okay. And I'll come over and take a picture of it, and we can move to the next system. Wish I dared have another cookie. these little oatmeal cookies with a half moon of really, really sugary frosting on them.
Oh, yeah?
Very dangerous. I could sit there and eat the entire package at 10 in one sitting if I'm not careful. Well, at least I could if the package was full. At this point, it's more than half gone. There's only 4 left.
Shame on you.
Not bad. I've only eaten 4 in 3 days. I had one at lunch. Sorry, I've eaten 6 in 3 days. One at lunch and one at dinner. And I'm busy.
Shame. I see you just looked around there.
Yeah, busy thinking about cookies, and I'm flying around a little bit. I will warn you, I may be a bit scatterbrained tonight. I did not get as much sleep last night as I would have liked.
Oh, we know you like to do the loop of shame just to show us that you can loop around it.
Or maybe I should say I'm likely to be a bit more scatterbrained than usual. Alrighty, I better go to combat mode for this thing so that the planet doesn't disappear into ugly blue. Well, not that its natural color is really all that much better anyway. Kind of an ugly dark brown. With hints of green. Alrighty.
Ready when you are, sir.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
And I finished off my juice, my medicinal tea. That leaves me with water.
3, 2,
Got my echinacea, my vitamin C, and my elderberry.
Echinacea, otherwise known as the purple corn flower.
Yeah. Does a very good job stimulating the immune system to help fight off anything that might be coming at you.
Yep. Luckily for me, I got a whole yard full of that stuff.
Really? Well, that's nice. I wish I did. Saved me a lot of money. Considering how much I take over the course of a year.
complete.
System map.
Yeah, all you do is just dig up the roots of it, dry them, then grind them and put them in a tea.
That's darn easy. Alright, we own the system. Nothing good. Time to move. Engage.
Ready when you are.
Schooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
F-type.
Aha. We don't have any interesting herbs in my yard.
I've got too many if you actually, you know, hell, even dandelion are good for like magnesium.
Oh, Tanda? Yeah. You can tell anywhere that the British have gone.
Fuel scoping.
You find dandelions. They plant them wherever they go.
Fuel scoping complete.
Make more medicines out of a dandelion than care to think of.
And dandelion wine. You can make wine, Spody Odie.
You can make wine, but the reason that they followed the British Empire is because there are a lot of... Oh, hello, Waterworld.
Waterworld. Terraformable.
There's 2
You got one
Waterworlds.
too.
5 and 6. Nice.
I don't know. Was yours terraformable too?
I didn't even look.
Oh.
System scan complete.
I just figure if it's a Waterworld, I'm going there anyway. System
Oh,
map.
yeah.
Alright, so we own the system. Plus, I always know I'm going to the system map after doing that, so there's no real incentive to watch everything. Okay, so number 4 is terraformable, number 5 is terraformable, number 6 is terraformable.
And 2 of those terraformables is Waterworlds.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to do flyby on 4 and then hit 5.
Yep. I'm going to 4 as we speak.
And hopefully I won't do too fast a flyby this time. No guarantees.
No guarantee. It may take us longer, but showing the planets that we're scanning, the ones that make money, helps newcomers know what to look for.
Yeah, and for those who are just watching the stream anyway, it makes it more interesting because you get to see everything we find. Hey, I managed to, well, let me not say anything yet. Coming in on a 7-second approach. Well, it's quite bright.
It is. That's about all I can say about it.
Heading for 5. Try and spin around the star and see what happens. The star's a little less than halfway to the planet, so. See if I can get a little bit of a slingshot effect on this thing. pretty world. Probes away.
Run up on 6 now.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Pretty.
Yep, 6 is a pretty planet. I'm coming up right behind you. And I see those probes going in.
Yeah.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Ready when you are.
Alright, let's make tracks. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh, put on your Ray-Bans.
Haha! Class A, here we go.
First Class A we've had in quite some time now.
Well, the Fs I think are more common anyway.
20.
Fuel scooping.
Nice.
Oh, in a water world.
Even better.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ooh, pretty water world too.
And there's another one.
Yep. Oh, I see it. There it is. It's an ugly one.
System scan complete.
I heard a codex for somebody. Oh, it was for me. Rocky planet with atmosphere.
That'd be different.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let me check something while I'm... Where is that? I have 28 discoveries in this,
Okay. Well, we're gonna be here for a while, Betty. We got 1, 2,
System map.
3, 4, 5 probable ones.
Holy crap. Alright. A1, high metal content. A2, high metal content. A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A7. A8. Oh, it's starting at A9, huh?
Yep. I'll head out to A9. It's A9, A10. Is it 10B or 10A? Not 10A.
Terraformable rocky body. Ah, that's why I got the discovery. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, 11.
So if you want to, you can fly by 9, fly by 10 and 10A, and then hit the next one.
Okay, I'll do that.
Let's see, how many is he? 10A? Because we're going to go, well, yeah, I don't know. Do whatever you want to, and I'll do whatever, whatever's left.
Right. Well, we'll see, because I'm starting quite a bit further behind you right now. So you're probably going to be done probing 9 before I even get there. Which means it makes sense for me to fly by 10 and 10A and get to 11.
Whatever. I don't... Wow, this is going to be an expensive system.
Yes, it will. Yellow's going to wish he was with us tonight. Oh, sugar.
You dropped right down in front of me. That was pretty cool.
I didn't get as close to it as I wanted to, though. Once I realized I was over, I tried to, get as close as I could without crashing into it. But I didn't do a very good job of that either. So I failed all the way around on this one. And I see probes. I see dead people.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Oh, whitish planet.
Yeah. Ooh!
What's ooh?
I turned to go to 10 and you just cut right there in front of me.
I had this 10. Oh, there's 10. Nope, that's not
1,927 light seconds out.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like you might pass me on this one, so it may work out just perfect for us.
I don't know, it's getting you pulling away from me at this point.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, it had you on the radar. It had you, catching up with me.
No, you're 30, almost 40 light seconds and counting away from me right now, so.
Oh, okay.
System up. So we got 11 and 12 are the water worlds, okay.
Huh?
I said 11 and 12 are the water worlds. So we got 10.
Miscount them.
So 10, 10A, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
Busy system.
Probably a 50 million credit system. But if he hasn't passed this system and he drops in here and probes these, he may not get first discovery, but he'll get a chunk of change.
He will. by you there.
Yeah, I slowed down a little bit. So I wouldn't do the loop. Oh, shy.
No, I'm not. I'm on a 6-second approach.
No, I meant me.
Yeah. And I've got this set, so I should be able to look at one and turn right to the next one.
Cool. Well, when you fly out to 11, then I'll just scoot on out to 12.
Okay.
Got to go out there anyway, so you can get me in, you know.
Yep.
The next target anyways.
There's 10. A's over here.
Well, it is a big planet.
A is not the prettiest thing in the world or universe, but not bad. Well, it must be a lot of
So
sulfur
what?
there.
Rocky eyes, rocky body, terraformable. That's 1,557,000.
Nice. And T-form makes it at least a mil, no matter what it is.
Right.
Water worlds, it turns into many mil.
Surface scan complete.
Six is pretty. Oh, sorry, 11 is pretty.
I was going to say, you going backwards?
No, my brain is just being stupid. 6 probes.
On my way out to 12.
So am I.
No, yours should be. Are you already done with 12, 11?
Probes are away.
Oh, okay, cool.
Surface scan complete.
You'll beat me to it, probably. I'm 1,256 light seconds away from it.
You know, I'm still digging out of a gravity well, so who knows? It's still 743 from me. Well, actually, you're still technically behind me, so I probably will. Zoom, baby, you go. Yep.
But you'll catch up to me.
Only if you slow down.
Yeah, I slow down when I get like 200. Start slowing down, feathering the throttle back and forth. I hate to do the loop.
Well, I got it set for a 7-second approach, so. A 7-second approach deceleration curve. The Iridium 236 explosive space modulator.
And there you go.
But I've lost my Marvin voice. I can't get up that high anymore.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Ready when you are.
Okay, engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oops, gas station.
Get your gas, yeah.
Complete.
System map. And we own it. Whenever you're ready.
Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
Oh, there's twin. Go right.
Fuel scooping.
Something hit a codex.
Complete.
Yeah. What the world is that? That's neat how that one planet's sitting in front of that star over there.
System scan complete.
System map. Alrighty. We own the system. Oh, that's hilarious.
What?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. The 6th star is a binary pair with an icy body, and is actually smaller than the gas giant that is its second. Well, that's oh, that's really weird. gas giant's not orbiting with it. The gas giant and it are orbiting everything else. That's funny. Guess it's a gas giant that ignited. Alright. Ready?
Burned out. Yep.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
warp.
System scan.
Gas station.
Gas station.
Fuel syncing.
Get your gas here.
Fuel scooping complete.
System map. And we own it. Whenever you're ready.
Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing to fold space.
Fuel scooping.
28.
Ugh, okay. Rags or riches, take your pick.
Fuel scooping complete.
Codex. On a gas giant.
System scan complete.
System map. Alrighty, we own the system. Let's see what we got. Nothing special. Okay. On we go.
Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing for jump.
32.
Fuel scooping.
And some water whirls.
Nice.
Fuel scooping complete.
System map. Alright, let's see what we got. Firstly, we own the system.
Good.
Okay, nothing at the A-star is worth going for.
We got a water whirls terraformable and a terraformable high metal out there, but it's 156,000 light seconds.
Yeah, leave it for somebody else. It's 3 of them, though.
Is there 3?
Oh, let's see. System map. System map.
Number 3. Number 4.
Alright, number 3. Oh, that's a terraformable water world. That's 3 to 6 mil. With another mil. So 4 to 7 mil. That's a lot of money to leave in the table, but 156,000 light seconds is a long way to go.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
What's up?
Whatever you want to do.
I hate to do it, but let's go on to the next. I hate leaving it. I really don't want to leave it, but I don't want to fly that far out. That gets to be boring to watch.
Okay.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
I could see people just dropping off the stream with, 20 minutes of flying.
Yeah.
If it was the last...
For yellow.
Yeah. If it was the last system of the night, I'd say heck with it. Fly out there, but...
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Yeah, station.
Fuel scooping complete.
System map. We own 3 stars. Whenever you're ready.
Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing default space.
We've had quite a few that we've got to probe, and so it's been a pretty profitable night.
It has been a very profitable night.
And this makes us halfway to 30. 15 jumps, 29.
Oh, no way we're making 30 tonight.
Fuel scooping complete.
Not unless we hit a bunch of gas stations. But
I was wondering where the rest of them were. I finally ran across them. System map.
we ain't going for.
Oh Lord. Okay. 1, 2. Well, there's only 2 in the first. Yeah, only 2. So I'll swing by 1 and head for 2.
Okay, going to 1.
Oh, excuse me.
Maximum throttle.
Kind of takes this thing out of leaving those 2 behind.
Yep. And with the amount of, money we've made tonight, it's like, okay, somebody else can have that one. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Besides which, since we're on a stream, like I said, I hate to put the viewers through 20 minutes of staring at a circle as the numbers slowly tick down.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is the reality of space flight. Nothing changes till you almost get where you're going.
I guess they could be watching you go out for a coffee mug.
Yeah. That one I might even go away and Alright, so I've looked at 1, heading for 2.
Surface scan complete.
Heading out to 2. Although it's close enough, I probably don't have to.
Yeah. Might be. Who knows with the way Elite's been playing recently. see why I keep doing loops of shame.
What?
It hits about 11 and then it suddenly goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Like, oh, alright. I gotta pay attention a little sooner, I think. Big ice caps on this one. Only a small habitable zone in the middle.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for warp.
fuel scooping.
Oh, I got a Kodak.
Fuel scooping complete.
We both did.
Didn't see what it was for.
One of the stars.
Oh.
System scan complete.
System map.
Wow. That's a weird setup.
Yeah. But nothing to investigate further. We own the system, so hooray for us. Engage.
Frameshift drive charging.
Preparing to fold space.
Want hot dogs and beans.
What brought that on?
Bit of a chilly day today. I was going to have that for dinner, but it got to be too late.
Chili a couple nights ago. Oh, shit.
Look out for that binary pair.
Yes.
Fuel scooping.
And that is a contact binary.
Yes. Got it.
Ah, don't want to be in between those two.
No.
You
I
will.
came close enough as it was.
Yes. But that's really what I mean when I say a contact binary. I mean, they're practically touching.
Yes. Yes. One of them, when you come in, you automatically start taking heat.
Yeah, and you take it from both stars at the same time. You also
Yeah.
scoop from both stars at the same time, so
Yeah.
you get filled up almost instantly.
Where's that one at?
It's hiding somewhere.
Yeah. Where are you? Not there.
Aha! Other side of the star.
That's pretty cool, though. If you look at that, where we come in, it's pretty cool looking.
Hmm. Actually, I want to turn around and get a little bit of a shot of that.
Okay, got it.
Okay. I'm gonna take a peek at our little set of contact binaries from a position.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to take a sort of a look at them for the stream from a position where you can see just how close these guys are. So that's less than 9 seconds away, and the other one is, oops, helps if I grab, about 9 seconds. So they're about, the centers are about a light second apart, but there is no way you're fitting in between there without taking some heat damage.
Yep. I agree.
See if I can very carefully do this. No, maybe not. This may be just doable. They're not quite touching.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
So I got to 128% heat, 135% heat going through them. Alright, let's see what it did to me for damage. Anywhere between 1 and 5% across the board. Oh no, it wouldn't be 5% because the field maintenance unit is can't repair itself, and I don't have a second one. Alright, so let me I'm gonna drop down to, well, I'll do it at the end of the night. System map. Alright, we own the system. Ooh, hey, what's that? Nope, nothing terraformable. Alright, shall we move on?
Engage.
Engage.
Yeah, no more damage.
Frameshift drive charging.
I like you a lot, Trace, but I'm not going to sit out here and wait for you to come from the unicorn back out to me.
Well, no, I wouldn't. I knew, as I came in close to them, I knew approximately how much damage I would take based on experience.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to take more than 10%, and the maintenance unit's there, so I'm good. But I mean, it's good to show.
Gas station.
Fuel scooping.
Gas station. Get your gas here.
Fuel scooping complete.
System map. And we own it. Whenever you're ready.
Engage.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charging.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Yeah, there's a couple of times I've taken some damage on this this leg of the journey, but that one was kind of intentional. I knew I was going to get damaged.
Yeah.
But it was worth showing, and you don't get too many opportunities to show that sort of thing.
No.
But that's a contact binary. That's what that was all about.
Fuel scooping.
15. And some water whirls.
Nice.
Fuel scooping complete.
That will help pay for my repairs.
That you caused.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, how did I get you interested in this channel? You watched my tutorials on things, right?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, that's how... And sometimes I get damaged when I'm doing tutorials. It's just a...
Hazard of the job.
Yep. Funny, the water world's the last thing we find.
Scan complete.
System map. And it's paired up with a high metal content, so this could be interesting. Alright, we own the system. 1A.
Oh, we got an ammonia.
1B.
No, it's not. It's the wrong one. It's an icy body ammonia world. Forget it.
Icy body with an ammonia atmosphere? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
So
go
we-
to 1.
Yep. And I'll fly by 1 and get to 2, because the rest is not worth playing with. Hey, Rocky, good to see you. I think you just missed us playing with, or missed me playing with a contact binary pair of stars. Flying through the middle for just to show what it's like. And taking damage because of it. But glad to have you along.
Nowhere.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the only places you find contact binaries is the middle of nowhere. And I'm going to go flying right by this guy. Okay.
Well, me too, so. I may have saved it, I don't know. Yeah, I saved it.
I got pretty close on that flyby. I got close enough I was worried I was going to be too close. How mapping so fast? It has to do with the way I've got my controls set up. Okay, and there's 2 of us doing the mapping here. That's kind of a pretty world. So we're in a wing. Wait a minute, what did I do, Stu?
I don't know.
Ugh. So we're in a wing, which means we pretty much share the mapping duties. And if you're wondering how I move around, is because move around so quickly is because I've got the mapping system, the controls for the mapping system set to my mouse rather than the joystick. By default, the game, if you have a joystick, the game will make the mapping controls go to the joystick, which is a god-awful slow way to do it.
I don't know. I got mine set up on the throttle. Got 2 buttons, left and right. Or I can go left or right.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
It's just the way I've got my controls set up. It makes it so that I could zip around the the system screen to find stuff very, very quickly. Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for war.
Well, sometimes we end up in the same system, and I get one, and then he gets the others, or whatever, too. Or the
He's
same
talking about the
planet.
FSS.
Oh,
So when
well, we do. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes we overlap.
sometimes we overlap, but I mean I tend to get a lot of things done in the FSS really quickly because of my control setup. I used to have it mapped to the joystick, and there is a maximum speed the joystick will move the screen cursor in any direction, and by default it's quite slow. There's similar control. Yeah, but the controls you can set up on the Xbox or the other consoles. There's similar things you can set up that work quickly, but I don't know what they are. System map. At least I hope there are. All right, so we own the star. On to the next.
Ready when you are.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Charging FTL.
This is our 20th jump.
Cool.
We may get to 22 or 23. Depends.
Depends.
They're all gas stations or not.
But yeah, I have. Well, also, you know, most of the modern consoles have USB ports, so you can plug a mouse in if you want, and they will accept it.
Fuel scooping.
Fine. There's another water world in here somewhere.
Nice. All right. There
Fuel
we
scooping
go.
complete.
So I've got the zoom in, zoom out on the mouse wheel. I use the moving up and down the scanner with the mouse buttons,
System scan complete.
and it just allows me to very quickly system map. System map. Allows me to very quickly go through the FSS. Alright, we own the system. Terraformable number 1, terraformable number 2, terraformable number 3, terraformable water world number 4. Holy crap! 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'll fly by 1 and head for 2, and we'll see what happens after that.
Okie dokie, sir.
4 terraformables. Yeah, going nowhere. Just think, we probably wouldn't have gotten to this system if we'd gone and gotten the other ones.
Yeah.
We probably would have ended the night in the last system. Or maybe the system before, since there's only 10 minutes left in my allotted time.
Yeah, and of course, I'm gonna do a dippity-doo-dah.
Uh-oh, doing the loop. Oh, maybe not. You jag to the side, you might save it.
Yep. I did a dippity-doo-dah. Save the day. Yeah, I saved it. Blah.
Kind of a yellowish white. Okay. Is that the right? And then we've come up on a method of minimizing the amount of time that we spend scanning inside a system by improving the way we choose who scans which planet, which allows us to get more jumps per night in, since I only have 2 hours per night that I can commit to the game.
Surface scan complete.
Okay, you're going to 2.
I got 2 and 3
Okay.
because they're right next to each other, so I'll meet you at 4.
Okay.
Oh, donut loop of shame. Jag to the side. Quick, jag out. Jag back.
They're not that far apart from each other either.
There we go. Now, 2 and 3 are about 4 light seconds apart, so.
Okay. This may be the last jump we get since you need to fix your ship.
That may be true.
Because it's what, 10 now?
It's coming up on 10, yeah.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And I'm heading to 3.
Pulling up on 4.
Yeah, 3's kind of a nice looking world. But yeah, for PC, it's easier to set up a lot more different peripherals, control sets, and this, that, and the other thing. So, plus, I'm not really fond of the. These are the detailed surface scanner probes, which is how you get the detailed scan on the planets.
By 50%. Surface scan complete.
Alright, heading over to 4. So you start with the FSS, which is the... Oh, geez. I forget what the acronym means. But basically it's a long-range scan, which allows you to determine what objects are in the system. So first... No, literally, first thing you do when you come into the system is you blow the what's called blowing the horn. You fire off the pulse that fills in the data for the frequency scanner. Then you go into the frequency scanner and you basically go through and identify all the different frequencies in the system. And then you can look in the system map at that point, determine what you want to go take a closer look at. We've been looking at water worlds, ammonia worlds, and anything that shows up as terraformable. Because all of those
Usually when you turn
are over a
Usually
million.
when you turn your data in, yeah. Usually when you turn your data in, you get like 20 million at the least for just a couple. If your first discovery.
This system should be somewhere between 15 and 20 million in profit for us. It's a nice high value system. 4 terraformables, one of which is a water world. This is where your exploration, your fortunes are made as explorers or on systems like this, and it doesn't take many. When we each of the legs of this journey home from carrier to carrier to carrier, we're expecting to make $500 million. So, and there's 6 legs, so we're going to make, all total coming back from dropping the carrier off, we're going to make somewhere around 6 billion credits. Which isn't, it's nothing to sneeze at. Means the other 2 here can afford to buy a carrier if they want when we get back.
No. No. I'll spin them on.
Ooh, is that a pretty world? I like that one. All right, I'm going to drop down here. And make the repairs from showing what it's like to go through a contact binary.
I'll get our distance we traveled tonight.
If you like spaceflight simulations, this is the best spaceship flight simulator that's ever been made. There's just nothing else is even close. There are other space games. They have their pluses and minuses, but none of them fly like the ships in this game. They all have very arcadey flight. And I don't care much for arcadey flight because just doesn't feel right.
Module repaired.
When you fly one of these ships around, it feels like you're flying a ship. It's all the whole paradigm of it just feels right.
Okay, we did 21 jumps, which equaled into 653 light years.
All right.
Which puts us 3,425 from Enigma.
21 jumps, and it's how many? 600 and what?
53.
53 light years. Okay. Because I'll put that in the description when I go to edit it after.
And it was because we had too many profitable systems.
Yes, highly profitable systems is a good thing.
I don't know how many years it'd take you to map it, but we've been out total of 77,000 light years, and we haven't even done a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it's crazy, the
not
size
only that,
of the universe.
Right. Not only that, you can do this exploration, or you can do trade, or mining, or combat, or go hunt aliens, or you could do a lot of things.
I think 180 years would be optimistic. Considering how little we've actually... Alright, power plant I can't do. Alright, so that's everything. I mean, literally, in the 4 or 5 years this game's been around, the millions of players in the game have mapped only 4/100ths of 1% 180,000 years. Okay, yeah. That I'll take. That I'll believe. That I will
This one
believe.
this kind of game is you start it playing it, and then you pass it on to your son and daughter, and they finish playing it, and they pass it on to their son or daughter, and it just keeps. You could do this as a generational thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, up until there's actually real spaceships to fly, I think this is about as close as you're going to get to it on any simulator. You know, the way, and they've actually been, I mean, it was great when it came out, and they've been making some adjustments to the inertial models. Whoops. Yes, 400 billion planets. It's actually 400 billion star systems. It's not planets, it's star systems. There's 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, if you are gonna play the game, please do yourself a favor and spend at least a week, if not a month, in the tutorials. You are flying a spaceship. You actually have to learn how to fly a spaceship. There is a learning curve on this game. But once you get over that learning curve, it gets to be a whole lot of fun. Flying the ship into and out of space stations can be a bit tricky. Landing on a planet can be very tricky to insane, depending on the gravity of the planet and how good your thrusters are compared to the weight of your ship. But I've blown more than a few ships up, crashing them into planets where there was more gravity than I was ready for. And then there's all sorts of little game extras, like the external camera, where I can just pop up behind my ship here with the world in view and take a screenshot that I can now do whatever with. So, and actually I can do a... Is that the one I want? No, that's not the one I want. No. That's not what I want.
Oh, you mean the Space Lakes, the next update?
Yeah.
Well, he said the next update. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Space Legs is going to be amazing.
Yeah. We're trying to get back to the bubble before that happens.
That's what I wanted to do. And you can make your avatar. And it's got a reasonable number of options on things you can make. Plus, you can buy different colored and designs of space suits off of the store. This is not a pay-to-win game. The only things you can buy are cosmetic. I love the fact that they do that. And I will quite often buy cosmetic stuff just to put money back into the game. Because, you know, it costs money to run the game. And they make their living off of selling cosmetics. So I tend to buy more. The bubble, that is a slang term for the 1,000 light years or so area in which the normal habitable space... Yeah, let me show you. It's easy. It's easier to show.
Earth.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Like Earth. We call
Yeah.
it the bubble.
Now, reason we call it the bubble. Okay, this is the entire Milky Way galaxy here. That is all 400 billion stars of the Milky Way galaxy. And I have been all the way out here to Beagle Point, which is, for most ships, the furthest navigable point. And over here is what we lovingly call the bubble. All right, the bubble is... Oh, is that a... A damaged starport. Ooh, too bad I'm not over there. Where is the center? Where is Sol? Let's go to Sol. All right, here is Sol, otherwise known as our current system. Let me see. What can I turn on to help show the bubble a little better? Oh, if I go to power play mode. So that's all the power play, the factions you can join. But one thing I like about showing the power play factions is this is roughly what's called the bubble. This three-dimensional area which consists of all of the inhabited, or the majority of the inhabited systems around Sol. There is another secondary bubble out around Colonia, which was started a while back. I don't think there's any factions out at Colonia. Let me go to Colonia. When the game started out, there was only one area that humans had colonized. Nope, no factions out here. All right. Then there was an expedition to the other side of the galaxy called Distant Worlds. And now sometimes referred to as Distant Worlds, sometimes Distant Worlds 1, because there was a Distant Worlds 2. But shortly after... Oops, where is it? Oh, that is Colonia. Shortly after the first Distant Worlds expedition, the owner of a quote-unquote private... Oh, look at all the carriers. Of a private space station known as Jack Station. Of course, Jack owns the station, and it was it is a hyperdrive capable station. Where the heck is Jack's station? It's out here somewhere. Why can't I see Jack's station? I know it's on this. I just can't see the icon. Oh, there it is. There's Jack's station. So Jack's station is a hyperdrive capable station. And he tried to jump all the way to Beagle Point. He had a drive malfunction and he ended up here. And his drive is now too damaged to be rebuilt, so he's stuck here. But a second area of human colonized space has developed around Colonia, around Jack Station. So there is a sort of a second bubble that is being built out here. So there's kind of a small region of space here. It's much smaller than the other one. There is an effort to make another bubble in addition to this one. There we go. So there is, I believe it's this system.
And that is a nebula that is around Colonia, too.
Yeah, there's a huge nebula over there. It's a really nice area.
Yeah.
But on the second Distant Worlds expedition, we built this station here, Explorer's Anchorage. And so now, probably over the next year or so, there will be more systems around this area getting stations for a third bubble. So in this game, very much player actions do affect the whole game. Now you've got three modes you can play in. You can play solo, where it's just you against the universe. You can play private. You either join somebody's private group or generate your own private group, and you play with the people you want to play with. On this trek out, I've got we're running in my private group, and which allows the people in my private group, we all play together. You can also play in open. Open, well, open's dangerous. Open can be a very dangerous place to be because everybody and their brother's out there. Well, I wouldn't say everyone. There are plenty of people working against the common good.
You have some pirates.
Say that this game. I mean, you can be a trader. You can be an explorer. You can be a miner. You can be a bounty hunter. You can also be a pirate. And there are plenty of PC pirates. There are also plenty of PCs, player characters out there, that they're not pirates. They just get pure joy of running around blowing up other players. So they play in open, and they sometimes band together into groups and gank people going into certain systems. So open can be a very, very dangerous place, especially if you don't know how to get away from people efficiently and you don't have your ship set up to get away from people efficiently, or if you don't have your ship set up to actually do combat well. Oh, not just the newbie. I mean, there are plenty of people who
attack newbies.
They will attack newbies right and left, but they will also attack experienced players right and left. They don't much care. So, and
yeah, they don't discriminate.
Equal opportunity killers. Yeah. So it's I will from time to time play in open depending on what I'm doing and what I'm willing to risk. If I'm in a ship that I've really engineered to combat well or to be able to get out away from gankers well, fine, I'll run in open for a bit. If I just want something more relaxing, I'll either run in solo or run in my private group. More often now in my private group because I've got people I've become friends with, and we all are basically PvE, player versus environment. So it's fun to play. There are PvE groups out there. You can check the Elite forums and look up for PvE groups. Join one of those. Oh no! Well, before you go to open, you really, unless you're starting out, you're not going to be a great pilot. The gankers are going to run loops around you.
I would go solo until I learned how to fly and stuff.
Yep. So start out solo. Start out running through the tutorials, learning how to fly the ship, learning how to fly the ship well, learning how combat works against the NPCs, maybe go into CQC, close quarters combat, which is with fighting in mini ships and doesn't risk your good ship. Learn how to fly against other players in combat using that, which is one of the things I want to do after we get back to the bubble. Then if you want to see what it's like, make a ship that'll be reasonable. And there's plenty of tutorials on how to make a reasonable ship out on YouTube. You mean cross-platform? Not really. The fleet carriers exist across platforms, but that's it. or if you're talking about cross between, you know, private, solo, and open, anything that affects the background simulation affects everything. So if somebody comes in, you're trying to sell something at a station, and somebody's, you know, dumps a whole bunch at the station, so the station's doesn't want to buy anymore, well, the price will go through the floor. You're going in to buy something at a station, someone comes in and buys it out, well, it's going to get expensive to buy whatever you're trying to buy. So there are definitely things that affect, where, you know, players are in one place can affect players playing in another. But with instancing, you can't be in the, you know, if you're on a PC, you can't be in the same instance as somebody who's on any of the consoles. They just don't allow that yet. I don't know that they ever will. The logistics for doing that are insane on the server side. So they're probably going to keep the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC as separate but interacting worlds. So the carrier goes cross-platform. The meta goes cross-platform. So if somebody's selling, you know, selling stations like, you know, selling some commodity at a station like crazy, it hits all of them. Right now there's, I forget, 3 or 4 space games, and depending on what you're interested in is which one is for you. So you've got EVE Online, No Man's Sky, Elite, and I forget what the other one is. Oh, Star Citizen. They've each got their strong points. You know, and I keep forgetting which one's which. Elite is the only one of them I play, and the reason I play Elite is because of the spaceship flight model. Spaceships fly like spaceships. Star Citizen looks good, but that's it. It looks good. No Man's Sky, there's a lot you can do, but if, as I understand it, it's there's problems there. And EVE Online, you really have to get into one of the I don't know what they call them, guilds or whatever, because it is solo play in EVE Online is usually until you join what I don't forget what they call it, factions, guilds, whatever. Until you join one, you're a sitting duck for everybody. Once you join one, well, you're only a sitting duck for the enemies of that one. You get a few less people aiming at you. So, I mean, this game with its 3 game modes means you can choose the amount of interaction with other players that you subject yourself to. You can go in open world, be ready for PvP because it's going to happen. You can run solo, where it's just you against the NPCs. You can run private, where you're running around with people who you've met in the game. Now, the interesting thing is when you're in a system, it doesn't matter if you're in solo, open, or private. If you start typing into the system chat, for instance, here, if I go up here to the chat, you know, if I could chat with my wing, which right now is Lynn, since Yellow wasn't able to make it tonight. I can also, where is, I don't want to send to just wing. I want to send to open. It's gone and changed itself again. Wing can be tabbed. Oops. All right. No, I don't want to send it to wing. There we go. So if I type in here, that goes out to the local chat in this small area that I'm in here. If I go, and I don't have them differentiated, so if I tab out system, go back up here. So now I've got system chat tabbed out. So if I chat, oops, I caps locked it. That will go to everybody in the star system that I'm in. Since I belong to a squadron, I can also send stuff out to the squadron. Oh, profanity filter is on. Oh, that's good. And it, whoops. And as you've heard here, when you're, did I just? Yes, I did. All right. Just deployed my hard points. And as you've heard tonight with Lynn and I talking to each other, there is voice chat within a wing, and you can also open up a direct voice chat to another player. It's interesting what they do with it because they make it radio-esque. Yeah, and I've met, I don't know, probably 30 people in this game that I play with from time to time. Most of them I met through the Distant Worlds expeditions. Some of them I met because I've either been YouTubing or I've joined somebody else's YouTube video. I flew around with Kabooble a couple of times. Ran into him once. Whoops. Tried to get on screen in his thing, and I cut too close and ended up running into the front of his ship. Whoops. So there's a lot you can do in this. Lot of groups you can find. People to be friends with. Groups, squadrons to join. You join squadrons. You tend to meet the people in the squadron. Some you may become friends with. So, I mean, right now, literally, I play this game 2 hours a night, almost every day. Occasionally, I will take a day off. This is my #1 game right now. It's where I spend my time. I have so much fun flying these ships. I go down, I'll fly these ships around on planets, run through canyons, sometimes mess up the turns because they changed the inertial model on me, and I've got to relearn relearn the how they handle, especially the cutter. Because the cutter being the second largest flyable ship in the game, has a lot of mass. And in one of the updates this year, they tweak the inertia models, and the heavier ships suddenly fly a lot more like heavy ships. You can't just whip them around a corner anymore. So I've got to get down on a few planets and fly this big baby around and get used to how it handles under the new model. There's a lot more side slip because of the mass of the ship than there was before they made that change, and I just haven't had time to get used to it yet. Which I mean, when we go back to combat, I mean, the last time I did combat was before they changed the inertial model. So, it may be a little interesting. But, yeah, I've basically been playing this game since, geez, within a few days of it going live. And I've liked it so much. I started out, I knew I'd want a throttle and stick because I really like the idea that I'm actually flying a ship. So I started out buying a cheap $50 throttle and stick. Found that I liked the throttle and stick, but they were too light. So I spent the $500 to get the Thrustmaster Warthog, which is, first of all, made out of titanium. Second, a licensed replica of the A10C throttle and stick from the A10C Warthog. The one of the oh god, I love that plane. So it's a real throttle and stick. It's expensive, but it made out of titanium, so it doesn't slide around my desk. The pieces sit right where I put them down, which helps out in combat a bit because I'm not yanking the. Yeah, I think the Warthog will actually work on the PS4, but I'm not sure. You'd have to research that. I've also got a set of Cytec foot pedals that a friend of mine had no use for, and he donated them to me. Thank you very much, Sam. And I purchased, well, originally I purchased a IX eye tracker, and then when the IX4C came out, I upgraded to that. And after the next thing I'm going to upgrade, since my PC is 6 years old, I need to upgrade my PC. And then after that, I'm going to go to whatever the most recent Tobii head and eye tracker happens to be. Right now, the 5 is the most recent. I just don't have the money for it right now. It's $250 for me to get it, the Tobii 5C. Or not 5C, the Tobii 5. But I will be getting the 5, or if something else comes out before I manage to gather the money, I'll get the most recent one. Because it, you know, having a head tracker and eye tracker really improves the immersion in the game. I've got it turned off right now because I didn't get enough sleep last night and it's having a little trouble. Gets a bit twitchy when I get tired, so I turned it off. Or actually, tonight the driver crashed, so I'm probably overdue for a driver update. So I've, over time, improved and improved and improved the hardware that I'm using with this game. So between purchasing the game, the 10 update, I forget what they called it, expansion season pass or whatever, you know, the high quality peripherals I've bought. I mean, I'm more than $1,000 into software and peripherals for this game. Plus, you know, buying paint jobs, ship kits, different flight suits, glasses for my avatar. So yeah, I spend money on this game. Don't have to spend what I've spent, but you know, I go for the best immersion I can, and yep. I bought the season pass, so I get basically pre-purchased all the first 10 add-ons. The first 10 paid upgrades I purchased. Horizons is pretty much a must-have. It's really it's a real game changer having Horizons in addition to the base game. And Odyssey's just going to make it even better. So if the season pass becomes available, I do suggest getting that so that you just get the rest of the paid upgrades. But if not, buy them as they come along. Horizons just added so much to the game; it's absolutely worth every penny. Because hey, you can fly down and fly around on planets, and fly down canyons on planets. You can get out in the surface reconnaissance vehicle on planets. You need it to engineer your ships so that you get the engineering. So yeah, Horizons is almost a must-have at this point. And occasionally you can get them the base game plus Horizons on a sale on Steam. And get them for pretty cheap. And there will probably be another sale on that coming up in the not too distant future, I would guess. But I've had more fun in this game than I can think of. But it's crazy because, I started out running cargo. And I enjoyed the heck out of running cargo. And then I started having problems with pirates, and so I did bounty hunting for a while. And you're heading out, Lynn?
Well, he said he had to go.
Oh, he's got to go. Yeah, GTG. I did not see that. Well, Rocky, you have a good night. And actually, it's past the time, half an hour past the time I should have stopped. But it was great talking with you. And for everyone else who came along for this evening, it was great having you all along. And maybe I'll actually see you in the game, Rocky. But like I said, past time, we're at a lovely place to stop. That's all for now. This is... Oh, wait a minute. Pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. as usual. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.
You have a pleasant evening. And good night. Yeah. Ought to. Art points or something. Yeah. Wow. Yep. Good night.